Hey, what's up, everyone? This video we're going to look at the Wednesday main slate. We also got an early slate today. We'll look at the main slate in this video. It's 5 games starting at 6:40. I'm really glad that both sites decided to get this Padres-Mariners game in there because I'm going to be very heavily interested in that for the bats. Anyway, let's get into it. You can drop a like and subscribe down below. I'm also off today, so I'll spend the whole day just looking at both slates, which is going to be kind of fun. At pitcher today, you got 4 good options. And then maybe if you're a Vargas believer, you can include him, but I'm not going to be playing him against the Diamondbacks. The 4 good options are the top 4. Of those 4, my favorites are going to be the cheaper 2, Paxton and Lucchesi, just because they are cheaper. They also have the better matchups. Except for Rodriguez is fine against the Royals, but I think Paxton against Baltimore, I'll take him, and I'll definitely take Lucchesi against this strikeout-heavy Mariners team. I'm going to go with Paxton as my SP1 just because he is an ace. 123 Ks in just 95 innings. Awesome stuff. He does struggle with the walks at times, and he has been giving up a lot more hits than you would expect. He's given up over a hit per inning, 102 hits. That's not good to see. But facing this Orioles team that strikes out a lot, I think he's going to have a good game. He has been okay against them, but he hasn't really had a huge game recently. I think this can be a great spot for him at only 9,000. So it's a nice price tag. It's not like this slate is littered with top arms. I think Paxton definitely has upside to get you at least 20 and potentially push it over 30 in a matchup like this. And then second pitcher, I'm definitely going to spend all the way down here. $4,000 for Devin Williams. Complete stud coming out of AAA. Definitely has the stuff to succeed in the major leagues. Best part is he's only $4,000. And he is a starter, so you're going to get probably at least 80 pitches out of him if they're being conservative. Maybe they can push it over 90 if he's pitching well. But this kid definitely has some good stuff. It's only been AA. He wasn't AAA, but he's been good. He struggled. Last year he struggled, as you see, with a 5.82 ERA, but this season he's been great with a 2.36 ERA, and he has 76 strikeouts in just 53 innings. Just really, really cheap, and in AA and AAA this season, he had 82 Ks in 57 innings, so tremendous strikeout stuff. Facing the Pirates team, they don't strike out that much, but when you get a guy that has this insane strikeout stuff, he's bound to get a few, especially facing the pitcher, and they definitely have some bad hitters in the Pirates lineup now that Josh Bell's taking a couple days off. But $4,000, too cheap, especially when we have the Red Sox bats we want to pay out for. We have the Padres bats we want to pay out for, maybe a couple Yankees. So definitely pairing him with Paxton, I think, is the way I'm going to go. And then today, the 2 teams I'm stacking is going to be Red Sox against Sparkman and the Padres against Kikuchi. So love the fact that the Padres are facing another lefty. And Kikuchi has been terrible as of late. If you look at his numbers, just really, really bad. ERA is almost at 5.5. He's getting blown up in almost every start. 28 bombs given up. This Padres team is bound to add to that total. If they don't get at least a couple home runs, I'll be disappointed. When you have guys like Machado, Reyes, not Reyes anymore. We have Machado, Renfroe, Tatis, right there in the heart of the lineup, and even Will Myers definitely has some power. So definitely love the Padres. Feel like they're going to go off, and love the Red Sox to pair with them. So let's get into it at third base. Going to pay up for Rafael Devers. Devers is at 5,600. He's been a stud all season. He actually started off the season in a slump. He hadn't had a home run in a while. I know he didn't have a home run in the first couple weeks. Maybe in the first month he only had 1 or 2. But he's taken off, as you see, in May. Yeah, the first month he had no home runs. As you see, 30 games. Then he's just taken off. So much upside with him. The month of August, he's been struggling a little bit, just a 160 ERA, but it's only 160 batting average, but it's only 25 at-bats. July, he batted 358. He had his best month. And when the weather starts, with the weather as hot as it is across the MLB, Devers has really caught fire against righties. He has a 342 average with a 613 slugging and a 272 ISO. Sparkman has been terrible against lefties, 42% hard hit rate for Devers, really just mashing the ball against lefties. At home, he's batting 338 with 8 bombs. But when you get Sparkman and this terrible KC bullpen, good things are bound to happen. especially when you have the power and upside that the Red Sox lineup does have. Love Devers. Sparkman has a 9.08 ERA on the road. Going into Fenway's not a good spot for him to improve that at all. I'll be shocked if he manages to get past like 4 innings. Against lefties, he's given up a 580 slugging and a 280 average. 15 home runs given up to lefties. They have a 6.29 xFIP. Just terrible numbers. Devers, Benintendi look like top plays. Even Betts and JD are top plays too. Shortstop, Machado is way too cheap. Again, 4,300 price tag went down. Way too cheap facing a lefty, especially a lefty like Kikuchi, who's gotten shelled, given up multiple home runs in in a majority of his starts. Kikuchi is terrible. This Mariners bullpen is terrible. The Padres have an insane amount of power. Seems like it's a great bet for the Padres to hit a couple bombs. 21 home runs have been given up by Kikuchi to righties. They have a 521 slugging percentage. Kikuchi is given up a 5.26 xFIP to righties, just a 15% strikeout rate, and he's been god-awful as of late. 7 ERA in June. It was decent in July, but in August, the one start, he had a 13.5 ERA. Just really bad. And I feel bad for him because he was pretty hyped coming into this league, but I feel like he's not used to throwing this many pitches, and it's definitely taking a toll on him, or he just might not be that good. Either way, Machado, 4,300, top play of the slate. In the outfield, give me Mookie Betts. Benintendi, like I said, he's a great play given Sparkman struggles to lefties, but Mookie Betts is cheaper than Benintendi. You never see that. And no offense to Benintendi, but Betts is the much better player. He's a guy that I want. He has speed, he has power, and he's been much better against righties. So even though Sparkman's a little better to righties, Betts should make up for that just because he has been much better to right-handed pitching this season. If you look at the numbers for Betts this year, he's been crushing it against righties. 299 average with 15 of his 19 home runs. At home, he's batting 306. And just really good power. 230 ISO, just a 15% strikeout rate. 42% fly ball rate. And a 42% hard hit rate for Betts. Definitely going to be paying off for him. And then whenever you get Hunter Renfroe at a really nice price tag, feel like it's a great play at just 4,300. Too cheap for him. Too cheap for a guy that has 30 home runs and just over 330 at bats. Too much power for Renfroe, facing a pitcher that doesn't strike anybody out, barely strikes people out against righties especially, and he gives up so much power. They just showed you, Renfroe has been amazing against lefties. If you missed the video yesterday, I already showed you guys this, but Renfroe against lefties is so good. 263 average with 11 home runs and just 80 at-bats. 475 ISO, 738 slugging percentage. Mashes the ball against lefties. Renfroe, I love him at 43. So yeah, that's what I like for this slate. You still have 4,400 left. Definitely going with a cheap pitcher, going with a 4K pitcher at SP2. Frees up so much flexibility. You can get all the Red Sox you want. You can get all the Padres that you want. If you want to pay up for Judge, you can do that, even though he's very cheap at 48. So yeah, lots of different ways to go on this slate. If you're not going to be paying up, if you pay down a pitcher, you can definitely just going to be going with the Red Sox and Padres. But if you pay up at pitching with both spots, you can definitely get creative. But I like where I'm at with the Red Sox and the Padres bats. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You can drop a like if you enjoyed, and good luck today.